Welcome back to the channel, Pokemaniacs. Kabutops has been confirmed as an upcoming battle figure. Not exactly sure what action it has quite yet, but I imagine it'll be like slicing with its arms, you know? It is a 3-inch figure, so I was kind of hoping that we'd get a 4.5 or even a 6-inch figure of this thing. Maybe one day, but you know, at least we're getting it. In this wave, it also looks like we're getting the Meowscarada with its swiping action, as well as the epic battle figure for Skeledirge, which at least gives us confirmation that the Goruck, we're not going to be seeing that anytime soon, probably not until the end of the year at the earliest. And depending on how things kind of go, this also could confirm that we're not going to see Annihilate for a little bit as well. But as with all things, more details will come in time. But let me know, how excited are you for this wave? In roughly 38 more days, depending on when you watch this, Jazzwares is coming out with a new Pokemon collection. This is the Pokemon Special Series Kanto Region First Partners figure set. And that is a mouthful, and it's like actually what they're calling it. And I mean, honestly, I kind of like the look of the box. At least it's kind of got that like holographic look to it, and it's got like a whole enclosure. It looks, I don't know, it looks like it's a collector's item. But all of these figures we've had released prior. Some of them may or may not still be accessible to us, but interesting to see. I don't have pricing on this quite yet. The website still just has a countdown on it, so we won't see this until probably mid-July. They've released something like this similar at some of the different conventions and toy fairs, but now this seems like it might be widely available. We'll see if it's a limited run though. And it does not look like it has the pearlescent paint, which to me, that's a plus. And here's a curveball for you guys. We have photos of the next 6-inch super articulated figure, and it's not what we thought it was going to be. The next 6-inch figure, Armarouge. I didn't see this coming. It makes sense though, since we got Ceruledge, and it does seem like this figure does kind of fall into a similar bucket as Ceruledge, like when you're looking at the like waist, the hips, just the legs, the bottom half of it in general. It looks like it probably will fall into some of those same traps that Ceruledge fell into with some of the limitations of mobility, but it does look pretty good. So fans of this, let me know how you're feeling about it. I know people still complain about like the scale of these figures against each other. It's a 6-inch figure, they're all going to be roughly 6 inches, but I think it does at least look accurate. I think that's one thing, you know, we can at least say Jazzwares is doing a really good job at. Gardevoir fans, the Jumbo Funko Pop figure is available over at Target for order. So this figure is 10 inches, is a big boy, or big girl, I guess. Last talked about this at the end of March, so we finally have availability for this Funko Pop. So if you do want to order that, I got a link down in the description for you. And then over at the English Pokemon Center, we also got the Flareon Pearlescent Funko Pop figure. This figure rounding out our Kanto Evolutions for the year. Still in stock, which I'm kind of surprised it's still in stock just because of how some of these other releases have gone. But the last couple have stayed in stock for quite some time. So I don't know if this is like a statement on how Funko is kind of doing right now, or maybe they just upped production on this. I don't know. More Eevee figures though. We've got the Personalities figures, starting with Eevee, Espeon, and Umbreon. Each one of these figures is 3 to 4 inches tall, kind of depends on the figure, and they are all made of resin. And also a decent price point on these. They're $30, so I'm excited to see the rest of the Eeveelutions throughout the rest of the year. Because reminder, it's the year of Eevee. Then in a surprise collaboration, Pokemon and Goruck, they made new bags for us. And Goruck is actually a pretty good brand. I actually have a couple of their bags already for like hiking and some travel. So I'm a huge fan of this collaboration just because I really love these bags and obviously love Pokemon. And seeing this drop, I was super excited, and honestly, I was trying to talk myself into every which way on why I need yet another backpack. I've already got a work one, a hiking one, a travel one, but great price point for these bags. Goruck makes fantastic bags. You've got the choice of Pikachu, Wobbuffet, and Gengar in this wave. Hopefully they make some more in the future. Color schemes look good. They're great bags. So like I said, if you want to pick one of these up, I think the quality will be there. Then also on Pokemon Center, we got the latest wave of Squishmallows featuring Pikachu and Torchic. These are the 12-inch versions of the Squishmallows featuring the Pokemon Center Pokeball on the hip. These are exclusive versions to this. Any other versions you find will not have that Pokeball on the hip. And the Torchic, I said this in the past, but I think it really translated well to the Squishmallow shape. Looks so good. And like some of the collectibles right now, it is still in stock, actually, surprisingly. Over on the Japanese Pokemon Center, we do have new Scale World figures coming. A couple weeks ago we talked about the Hisuian figures coming. Well, we've got more Hisuian Pokemon this wave. We've got the male protagonist Ray with the final evolutions of each of the starter Pokemon from Hisui. This whole collection is just a little bit more expensive than the other one, so this one coming in at $68 at current exchange rates, but it does have all of those figures, which are all roughly 3 inches tall. So these are like decent sized figures for all of these. So like you got to just pay a little bit more, but still a great pickup for these 4 figures. So again, if you want to purchase anything, I have links down below for you. And it's been a minute since we've talked about Re-ment figures, so let's talk about Re-ment figures. There's 2 new collections. First up, we've got the Little Night Collection 2, which features 6 figures of ghost Pokemon doing what they do best, and that's looking amazing. I really like the look of this collection because just ghost Pokemon are awesome. And I do also really like the look of this second collection, which is the Pokemon Neon Party collection. The colors, the fonts, the whole thing looks great. And there's a whole lot of Gengar in this episode, which is kind of funny, but there's also a Mew in here, so I might need to look at picking this collection up. But let me know if you like these, if you think they look cool down in the comments, or maybe I'm just really overhyping these. Then one more Gengar item for you guys. Niuzi Studio and Pokemon have come together to create a new figure featuring Gengar. This is Gengar crossed with Luffy from One Piece. Super unique, and I don't know how widely announced this really was, but really interesting that this figure is coming out. It is up for pre-order. It's about 6 inches tall, and it seems like it's a limited release, so if you are interested in this, you might want to go pick it up. In card news, we've got more codes for the Pokemon trading card game Live. So use this code up here, TCGL turns 2. That's going to get you a couple different items here. We're going to get 2,000 credits for trade credits and for trainer points. This is all to celebrate that the game's turning 2 years old. So when you do log in, you'll get some login bonuses, which honestly took a little bit to get through. There's quite a bit of promo cards and other stuff that they just give you. So just go log in, and then you just get a ton of free stuff. Even if you don't like constantly play that game, it's just kind of nice to pick up some free promo stuff. The 2025 TCG Holiday Calendar was teased. The calendar will feature some stamped reprints of some past cards, namely the Vanillish and Glaceon EX. Really cute box though. I always enjoy opening these during like a Christmas break. They're an advent calendar, but I just like to sit down and do the whole thing. Right now MSRP is $50 on this and should be releasing on August 22nd. Inside the box you will find 8 holo Pokemon cards with a festive stamp, 6 booster packs of cards, 7 3-card fun packs, 2 Pokemon coins, 2 Pokemon sticker sheets, and a code card. And kind of exciting, over on the Japanese side of things, there was a new trademark filed. This TCG set is going to be called Ninja Spinner. The set should be coming out in October, and off the top of my head, there's really only like one Pokemon that this kind of describes, and that's Greninja, one of the most popular Pokemon, at least at one point. So in theory, this set should be focusing on Greninja, and in the future, we're going to have a lot of focus on Mega Evolution, especially leading up to the launch of Legends ZA on the Switch 2 and Switch. So now speculation is Greninja getting an official Mega Evolution? I think that sounds pretty cool. Greninja's awesome. All we've had is like Ash Greninja, which was, I guess that was a form of Mega Evolution. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it looks. There's a lot of leaks prior, a couple months ago, but we'll see what's officially going to come out. In video game news, Pokemon Legends ZA is open for pre-order at major retailers here in the US. Right now though, only Pokemon Center is offering any sort of like bonuses. So personally, I'm waiting to pre-order for now, but if you do want to check them out, I've got links over to Walmart and GameStop down in the description for you. The Pokemon Center pre-orders, you'll get a randomly chosen sitting cutie plushie of one of the first partners in Legends ZA. So you'll be looking at Tepig, Chikorita, and Totodile, which a lot of people have strong feelings around certain Pokemon. So if you want to gamble and try your luck, pre-order through Pokemon Center. And also just heads up, that will take time to ship. So you may or may not get it on release day. You may or may not get it, just in the time frame that you're looking for. But I will keep you guys posted on any new pre-order information that comes out. Really hoping we get something cool, we need a good figure. Then the Switch 2 came out last week. Hopefully you've been enjoying it. I know I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart. I did take some time to check out Violet, try to check out all these new frame rates and load times and everything. It plays really nice. It's super weird. My brain has been trying to just play how it originally was on the Switch, which was kind of laggy, and now everything's super smooth. It's weird. But regardless of which console you have, we've got a new promo code for Scarlet and or Violet. So here's the code up here. The code is #1 support PTC24, and that'll get you a Porygon 2 based on the Porygon 2 used by Jooyoung Hong during last year's Pokemon Trainers Cup. I apologize if I butchered that name. The code does expire today though, so small turnaround time. At time of posting this video should have a couple hours. Code expires at 10 a.m. Central Time, which is going to be 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern, if I converted that right. The code does read a little unfortunate though, because it's supposed to be #1 support, but kind of reads like no one support. But you would be the #1 supporter if you hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. Maybe share the video with a friend, family member. Let me know what you've been collecting lately down in the comments, or just leave an emoji. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.